Hello, I'm Chad, and welcome to another episode of Wake the Love Up. I've been pretty busy lately, so I haven't really done many of these videos and had a lot of time to it, but I've been working on a lot of other really good things, and it's cool. So I had some time this weekend where I'm like, yeah, we should do another one of these. So I was up at the Kula Kamala Ashram. Had a nice, beautiful weekend of music and love and just sharing in those good vibrations and energies with each other. My friends from Maryland came up, Julie and James, and they have this little group called Rainbow Seed Vibrations, and we played a little music on Saturday night, and it was awesome. It's amazing to be able to gather and share that and celebrate life together. So yeah, and then on Saturday I went back up to the ashram and hung out with Charles from the ashram and Julie and James and our buddy Rob, and we got to get together and do a little talk and play some music and such. So right here I'm going to share that video with you, and you can see and enjoy it on your leisure. So yeah, we talked about a little bit of vibrational music and just yoga because we were in the ashram and had that space, and just had a little discussion. The idea is that of the Wake the Love Up, the idea of this podcast video series is that it's just a creative space to share and all these discussions that I have with people on my daily life about, maybe music, about what's going on in the world, about love, about spirituality, about yoga, and all the other philosophical things and whatever else you can talk about that's enlightening and kind of positive and good and maybe not so positive, but what can we do with that? And yeah, just sharing that with everybody through that, and having a creative space and outlet and an online community to share that. So yeah, I hope it setting the intentions to move forward with this and keep creating some content, keep the conversations going, keep the creativity flowing, and keep the love awake and awaken others to that love and that unity that's in our hearts. So I hope that light and that love in me can enlighten the light and that love in all of you. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Here's another episode of Wake the Love Up at the Kula Kamala Ashram with the Rainbow Seed Vibrations. Enjoy.
I feel ashamed and embarrassed.
Why?
That I feel ashamed.
What are we saying? Well, hello. Namaste. Yeah. We are at the Kula Kamala Ashram in Reading, Pennsylvania. Behind us we got Durga Ma. Beautiful stuff. We're here with the Rainbow Seed Vibrations. And Charles and Rob, we're all Rainbow Seeds.
Yes.
We can go down the line and introduce ourselves.
I'm James.
I'm Chad.
I'm Rob. I'm Charles.
Julia.
It's a blessing to be together. We've been playing some music and cultivating just some energy, and just it's been a great day, a great weekend. We played some music last night, and it's just amazing to be able to get together and jam and be creative and share in the vibration.
Not have any expectations.
Yeah.
Allow people.
Yeah, often in life we find that there's like restrictions that restrict that flow, or expectations of even with a song, like there's a beauty to having a song together where, you wrote a song and you can get that emotion across every time by playing that song the way it is. But also like how we've been playing with improvising and just sharing the energy in the moment. It's like
The moment's energy.
yeah, the beauty of that art with music, whereas you can kind of create it right away. With painting, it takes a little bit, or these different arts like making movies. You know, there's a little bit more planning. But the beautiful thing of music, you can it's instantaneous in a way.
Now.
Yeah. So, where did this name, the Rainbow Seeds, come from? How did you come up with that?
One day at Carmen Festival, a few of us came into an embrace and a hug, and we all started oming together, and it was harmonious. There were different levels. Other people joined and added their vibration, and it was like we were one seed, and I felt the rainbow. I saw it. I was seeing it, was feeling it. It went on for like 15 minutes. Here we are in the middle of a field, all this group hugging, oming, and transcending. And even after we let go, we all were still vibrating. Even after we stopped hugging and stopped oming, the vibration resonated. It was still there. And so it became the rainbow seed vibrations. We are all rainbow seeds, and we all vibrate. And when we come together, we make one big seed of love. Just activating.
And the plants and the flowers grow.
Yeah, exactly. So
I definitely felt that last night, but when I got home, Rob went back to the house, and it was just like vibrating the whole way home. It's so beautiful to share that experience. You know, it's like just an everlasting high in a sense for after that. It's like this bliss.
I feel like sometimes we forget that power we have to vibrate, and we think, oh, well, I'm not good, or I'm not good enough to vibrate with them. But we have to remember that we are all seeds. Everyone is a seed. You know, we plant and we grow, and we create a forest together.
It's all interconnected, you know, like when you can kind of see each other with that light. You know, Rob was talking about this web last night and connecting it to just geometry in all these different ways rather than being like parallel or linear. If you want to elaborate on that.
Sure, yeah. So this concept in geometry, you have intersecting lines and you have parallel lines. And the intersecting lines are beautiful because they come together for one instantaneous moment of pure bliss where they're together. But then they spend an eternity apart before and after that moment. And then parallel lines are equally beautiful and sad because they're so close that they never come together, traveling infinitely along each other's path. And then you think of consciousness of all of us as this great big web. You know, many of us here have met on various occasions and then come together various times in different places and times, and it's all together in this big web in which you have some lines that are intersecting and some lines that are parallel. Yeah, it's really nice and pretty.
It's beautiful when we can get together and then celebrate as we've been playing music and just intersecting and then webbing off again. And
Yeah,
maybe
yeah,
next
it
week we'll
is.
come together in maybe a few months.
I think of it like the structure, like what you just said reminded me of the structure of DNA. So I was thinking, well, parallel lines, they will never connect, but I feel like they could in some way. So DNA goes like this, and in the middle are the parallel lines, but then on the outside are the points that are like away, come together, away, come together, away, come together.
Yeah. That is cool. One of my favorite philosophers, Alan Watts, when asked the simple question, what is? What is consciousness? Where are we? And it just goes like this. That's it.
It's all vibration, it's
Yeah.
all sound, it's all
Frequency.
yeah.
Energy.
Energy.
Through matter. We have these material bodies, but they mean nothing without this vibration, this energy flowing through them. This energy that we share through our music, through our words, through our hugs, through our smiles.
Love. Yeah, when you come to a place like this ashram, it like all sheds away, you know, that like you might have this tension built up from whatever years of and just a day, any circumstance, but then you come together and you give each other a hug, you look each other in the eye, and you share love because it's a place of peace and a place of harmony and non-violence, and it really emanates that.
It's like onion. It's
Yeah.
like when you come here, all the other things that are bothering you are just outside layers, and you shed the layers away, and what's in the middle? Love. Always. Always love. So you gotta shed away the layers and love.
There's a poster right outside this room that displays the kleshas, which is the yoga concept of sheaths, like the sheaths of a sword. And these sheaths cover the true self. But when we are together in this space, all the sheaths go away, and we are just that one true self together.
And when we're playing music together, it's one song in a way, you know. I play by myself here, there, in practice, but when there's other people to play with, it's just so much more rewarding and enlivening. It's an experience because it takes two to kind of have that. You know, when I'm there playing to the universe, that's great, beautiful. But then when I'm able to play, with somebody else, then we share that and then in front of people, and they heal from that vibration. And it's just like this enlivening energy and interacting. Yeah. You can't put really words to it. Music's amazing. Everybody feels it.
And a very slightly vulnerable sense, I feel like, because when you're playing by yourself, I feel like there isn't so much, but when you're playing with other people, it's like this comforting sense that, like, as you're playing with everybody, we're all lifting each other up. Like, if the drum stops and the guitar stops and it's just like, this is like the imbalance, but when we're all like vibing, we're all kind of like holding each other, continuing on the vibration by continuing vibration.
It's like an ebb and flow and a conversation that goes on.
Conversation. Yes. I feel like music is a dance of vibration. I feel like I'm dancing. When I sing with somebody, we're dancing. Our voices are dancing together.
And you hear something because you said something, you start singing something, and you're like,
Exactly.
let it go, let it go.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
Yeah.
You just start, and I hear that, and he hears that, and it goes in a circle. And it's like, space.
It's like we have a constant influence on what she chooses to bring out of the universe and express it, and that may affect one of us. Like, oh, that makes me want to play ding.
This would sound good.
Yeah.
Exactly what it is.
So we're constantly inspiring each other.
Yes.
And using our intuition to be like, oh, this is what's needed. Yeah, there's that.
Harmony.
And now for a Zen moment.
there's an interesting idea where, as one is striving, on the spiritual path, like in whatever form that takes for you, but we're all to some degree, like we want that happiness, we want that peace, that freedom from suffering. And so that when you're on that path, and you surround yourself with people also on that path, you're all moving towards this shared goal, and you can recognize that and you can see that in each other. And to me, that's what music is, really. It's that same, we're all just striving to have that freedom and that peace. And music to me is part of that path, obviously personally, but, life is similar in music in that it's this temporal event that just happens and then it's gone. And so you're always moving forward, always like growing for yourself, with yourself, and then growing with others. Which is just such a blessing to have such amazing people here, at the ashram, coming through the ashram and growing, and then they come back, so.
Or you travel to a space with that, those
Yeah.
intentions. You create that space to have an event like that, or, a yoga class, or just a concert, it's a gathering place for those people.
So interesting, we're intersecting lines, and then you can choose, for the most part, to intersect again.
Yeah.
More like a sine wave or like a parabola,
Yeah.
Mobius strip.
Yes.
Awesomeness.
And that's how you can continue to grow and expand in that way. And before you're aware that you have that choice to maybe live a more well life, or I don't want to say better life.
Holistically healthy.
Yeah, or like a healthier life, where you're not harming yourself, less harmful life, but that really is more enlightening for all and lifting everybody up to that same goal. Then you surround yourself by that, then you learn more from each other, and then you pick other people up and introduce, and as you get more comfortable and those layers fall off, like that onion, you can embody that truth, your truth more. Very, very beautiful. It's interesting you said that about yoga and like ashram. We're all connecting on that way to get to that goal, and that's like the true goal of yoga. So like it's not just these postures that people get into. Those help because it helps you focus and have like a one-pointed focus, or prepare yourself for that energy and that mindset. But that doesn't have to be yoga. The music can be somebody's yoga. Anybody that's anything, building something, creating art, talking, be yoga. Right?
This is the interesting component.
Yeah.
This is a one of the
We met at Carver Fest.
Yeah.
And then Chad and I kind of just so happened to live in the next, like, 2 towns over. So then we came here, and you guys just so happened to be here this weekend. That just serendipitous.
I knew.
Oh, you did?
Last
we
time.
met at Carmen Fest. And then, And then Chad, I don't know, did you tell him that you were coming?
Not the first time.
The first
time
time
I
you
knew
just
you
showed
guys were coming because I've started coming here and I met you here.
Yeah. Well, and even, you just look at the circumstances of all of our lives that brought us to this point right now.
There's a lot.
Yeah, you can't even comprehend it. So
Crazy journey.
that's a big thing for me was when I was younger, everything was so over intellectualized, and now it's more like, oh, you have to feel it, and there's this level of understanding and this depth that just is underneath all of that superficial, and not that it's important, because it's important to have that, it's important to be able to use language and have all these skills so you can survive, you can make a living, do whatever, and share those gifts with others. But to have that richness of feeling within yourself, that depth of being, as one might say. You don't get that, by overthinking things. You get it by feeling the vibrations, feeling you're vibrating and other people vibrating, coming to that place of stillness and peace within yourself.
It makes things real, looking in each other's eyes, and you're getting seen. Everybody wants to kind of be seen in that way and validated, and just know that, hey, I'm living too, I'm alive too, you're alive too, and then you can see that you're a part of this thing and say, hey, I love you because we're all part of this. And, wow.
Yeah.
You have that solid realization that each being that you encounter has a life that is just as complex as your own.
Yes.
That everyone has dreams, everyone has goals, everyone has problems, hardships, tragedies, but also extreme joys and bliss based on whatever it is that they want to do, their purpose, that either brings them closer or further from that sense of happiness.
Yeah, and you can't get caught up on what is the purpose. You're always asking the question, That can get to that point where you're saying there in your head, it's over intellectualized. And I guess that's where faith comes in, trusting. If you believe in whatever you believe in, if you trust in God, the Mother Earth, and that divine will in the universe, that you surrender to a bigger plan. And you see in so many, like a 12-step program or so many different faiths, the yamas and the niyamas, it's this thing of surrender to that. So when everything else fails or doesn't fail, or after everything else, you just surrender. So you do your work, you show up for life, you show up to the ashram, you show up to your job, then you surrender to the work, to whatever needs to be done or whatever's going to come of that.
I think one of the biggest challenges, and I know I struggle with this a lot, but it's just when we all have these vibrations moving through us, and it's not just, the peace and the love, but there's the emotions, the traumas, the big traumas, the little ones, the smallest little thing can set you off as a child. And so it's when you come into contact with someone and one of those vibrations comes up, and then you stop seeing them for who they are. You stop seeing that love and that light in everyone. And then, like, what do you do? Like, oh, wait. And you have to be with yourself, and you have to feel that vibration, because you can't escape from the vibration. You can only run away, but it's always there. And, until you can at least see it and hear it and, understand it, do whatever you can, it's going to control you to some degree.
Yeah. And if you don't feel it as an emotion, then it's just going to manifest as something physical, whether pain or discomfort. But it can also bring about intense joy and physical, what's the word I'm looking for? Health. Yeah. Just it can make you feel better if those emotions are love and happiness.
So it becomes, what are you tuning into?
Yeah.
Because there's so many vibrations going on all the time, and there's no way that we can
Constantly.
be
There's no
conscious of all that, of what we're perceiving, like what speck of dust is over there, or who's walking out there, or, okay, there's snow going on outside, and I guess meditation helps with expanding and just understanding that that's all interconnected, but there's so much going on. So then what are you tuning into vibrationally wise, musically wise, with your friends, and your thoughts, what thoughts are you attaching to?
Yeah. Well, and that's what are you going to choose? And then at a certain point, I guess there's always this balance of you want to choose positive things more and more, right? What we perceive as positive more and more, these healthy vibrations, this love. But there has to be such a consistent practice of meditation that when the other vibration comes up into you, that you can stop choosing that. You know? And on some degree, that can be released through emotional work. But some of these things are thoughts that we're choosing, they're beliefs that we have about something. And it's like, if you can get to the point where you find the belief and you find the root of it, it's just like, oh, I can choose not to believe that anymore.
Yeah.
And then you can let it go.
Or reinforce it with a positive thought rather than I'm not good enough. Like, no, I'm good enough. I can do this. I can't do this. I can.
Yeah. There's so much there's so many things happen. There's so many different ways and paths and everything that it's just you have to find the correct vibration that works for you in any given moment.
Yeah. Maybe just try smiling because that's a vibration.
Yeah.
Thought, smile, or frown when you look at it like that. And, that's a seed that you plant.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. A smile can change your whole energy field.
Yeah, and those others. Like if someone's not smiling and then you smile at them, then they almost can't help it but smile back. And then there's this plant here, just kind of chilling in the middle of the room.
Vibrating.
Totally part of the conversation.
Yeah.
This thing's giving off its own energy. Its connection to Mother Earth, Father Sun, and sharing its oxygen with us as we share our CO2 with it. And this exchange of breath, that thing that ties us to all the other beings upon this earth.
Breath. So what's restricting that at any given moment? What vibrations and things are getting in the way of that being? The camera dies.
What's restricting?
We come back.
Sometimes what's restricting that is you just ate too much rice for dinner.
Yeah, that's a big thing. Eating too much food,
Yeah.
and feeling weighed down.
Overindulging.
Yeah.
We're not enough.
Yeah.
We're not
Not
yeah.
And the vibration of the food,
Definitely.
Not saying that like plant-based diet's the way, kind of, but at the same time.
You could say
Yeah, I
that.
can.
You can make an agreement here that plant-based.
Yeah.
It's the
Personally,
Balance.
plant-based.
Balance.
But with who's growing that food, or if you are eating it, where's that
What
coming
energy?
from, and
Yeah. Does that
who's
person,
cooking it?
yeah,
Definitely.
put into it.
That's a big vibrational thing.
Are the people that are cooking it doing it simply because they're getting paid to do it, and it's a job?
Yeah.
Or is it a passion and they're putting love and,
Care.
yeah.
You can taste love.
You can. You can taste fear too.
You can.
Yeah.
I don't like the taste of fear. It doesn't taste very good. Nasty.
I feel like another restriction is trying to take this and make it tangible. This love, this trying to put a label on it, trying to name it, trying to explain it and figure it out. When really it's something that doesn't have a label. You can call it whatever you want, but it is what it is, no matter what name or label you put on it. But I feel like people get too caught up in the label and not enough into what it actually is, which sometimes I feel like words can't describe everything. There's a universal language that I feel like we've lost touch with, but we can retouch into it. Music is one way to do it, energy, but I feel like less on trying to categorize or put it into a cupboard and be like, all right, this is that, only that, all the time. Nah, but it's so dynamic, it's so complex. There's no one thing. So.
Everything's always in flux.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's one restriction.
Definitely.
try to hold on to that feeling, you're
Yeah.
gonna lose it.
Yeah.
It's like trying to grab the wind.
You can't grab the
Can't
wind,
do it.
guys. You can't hold on to it.
Can't get a grip if there's nothing to hold.
Right. You kind of just gotta let it flow and flow with it, and that's how you experience it. You don't experience it by grabbing it and holding it. You set it free and let it move through you.
Yeah. Some people really want to feel that love, feel that oneness, and it's like, just be it. You know, be that love, be the oneness, embody it.
Surrender to it.
Surrender to it, be vulnerable, be open.
Yeah.
Open to it. I feel like.
Well, as soon as you like have it and like want to hold on to that, that's the mind
That
getting in
is-
the way.
Yeah.
It wants that label. It wants what it had in the past.
Mhm.
But
To
you
be
know,
like, I have this.
Yeah,
It's
I have
mine.
and it's like you do have it. So stop
Trying
trying to hold
to-
it. Yeah.
Miss two shot pass.
Yeah.
Soon we're gonna be
Yeah.
done. We're gonna shut the
Yeah.
camera off, or maybe have another jam. We're gonna.
Yeah, we don't own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, people, I think we want to, once we feel it, and we have it, and then we want to have it forever. Or like own it and not be open that it doesn't belong to us, but we can share it with the whole world. But it isn't yours, or his, or theirs, but it's all of us. We can share it.
You gotta use the resources because the resources are everywhere.
Everywhere.
We're all resources to make an awesome jam, to have an awesome enlightening conversation, to teach each other, to.
Enraging energy, yeah.
It's amazing. So, tune into those different things that you can use and be aware of who's who. It's like, okay, the rainbow seeds are playing up here. I'm gonna go check that out. I'm gonna go play with them or just
Yeah.
hang out and see what's up. Oh, well, this guy's teaching a class over here about this. I'm gonna go there. Oh, this person's serving some really awesome, like high vibrational food that's gonna heal me. I'm gonna go eat that.
Yeah.
And spend some time with him and just being aware of your time.
Try new things that you haven't tried before or don't normally do. I feel like comfort zone is like a really key thing. And as you expand your comfort zone, you expand everything else. Everything else expands. But if you put your comfort zone in a box, then you're just so limiting yourself to this box and only this box. And when other things and opportunities and things that you've never tried come, it's like there's a fence, but there actually isn't a fence. You created that fence within your mind, and you're like, oh no, I can't go jam with them. I can't
Yeah.
try this food. I don't even know what it's called. I don't even know what's in it. I don't even know what it's gonna taste like. Like, oh, I don't like that.
I can't see everything that's in that
Exactly.
soup. What's
I
in
need
it.
to know. I must know what's in the soup. What does it taste like? Well, just do
Try
it.
it.
Just
experience
try.
it.
Experience.
And that's the mind. The mind's just like, I need to know before it happens.
No.
But then you miss out on the experience of enjoying it as it happens.
Relish the discomfort.
Yes, relish
Yeah,
the
that's good.
discomfort. I felt it for a split second right at the beginning of the concert, like before we started playing. It was just kind of this moment of like, okay, so what we gonna do? Who's gonna start? Like it was just a second of just like, yeah, I don't want to do anything. Who's gonna start the vibration? And that puts me to like, one of my favorite quotes, like along the lines of, when you are yourself, you unconsciously give others the permission to be themselves as well. So
Amen.
yes, yeah.
Can you say it one more time?
When you are yourself, you unconsciously give the permission for other people to be themselves as well.
Or invitation, right?
Invitation.
Yeah.
The invitation to be themselves.
Because that's not what we learn. Society teaches us, oh hey, put this mask on.
Yeah.
Do not show your true self.
You can't do the work for somebody else to get there because that's,
Nope.
not everybody's going to want to meditate every morning or
Yeah.
do yoga every day or practice guitar every day or whatever it is that gets you to be yourself, And
Yeah.
sometimes with like you have to peel back those layers because we're taught
Yes.
that. And I guess that's why we do yoga
Allow the space.
and these different things
Yeah.
to create that and get there.
Yeah. And it can be difficult sometimes watching people who have been practicing for years and think, oh, I'm never going to get that good.
Yeah.
But only because you're comparing your present to them, and they've had so much more experience than you. So if you start today, then maybe you'll get to that point if you keep going.
If you want.
If you want to.
And surrender to the fact that you're the best that you can be right now in this present moment.
And you find contentment there.
Yes.
And anticipate the future of being awesome.
Being passionate for it.
Feeling excitement instead of fear
Right.
about what you're doing.
And there's
More
more
the
to
same emotion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very crazy emotions.
The same vibration.
That's better. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, excitement and fear a little bit.
Well, one is fear is inwards.
And excitement.
Excitement is out. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Touchdown.
Touch. Yeah.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Plan, just, yeah.
So that's choosing. Right? What do you want to do?
Not about that one.
Super Bowl life.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's okay if they are.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like, if you, that's what you want to do, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you.
It adds value to your life.
Yeah.
So shall we jam a little more?
Yeah, I'm down.
Come back to it. That was a good talk. There's always more. There's more conversations that you can't
It keeps
hold
going.
on, but you know that like where you're at is where you're at. Now it's like this is there's a certain alchemy to this setting, and when we play music to every single moment that never can be recreated. And,
Yes.
it's just beautiful to be able to share that, and then when you're aware of it, you're like you can really be that present and experience that.
You can't recreate it.
Not
Yeah.
send it out. That.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
Wake the love up. Be yourself. Wake the love up. Love up. Be yourself. Be yourself. Wake the love up. Love up. Be yourself. Wake the love up. Love up. Be yourself. Be yourself. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. More will be coming in the soon future. Just send ideas if you have any people that might want to talk or be a part of this. And yeah, keep the conversations going. Keep spreading the love. Wake that love up and share the vibrations. We're all rainbow seeds and we're all vibrating at different levels. And we come together and share that love and spread it.
feel, be creative, love deeper. So, thank you. Have a wonderful day.